Court side, listening to the final instructions.
I was over in the Geraldton huddle, and they really want to try to get Johnny Narkle involved offensively. To be down one at half with Johnny in foul trouble and not producing as the top scorer for the group, they got to be happy with that, but they got to make sure they get him involved. They're going to try to get him some action in the paint, but Sandringham's doing a really good job clogging the lanes. So what they're going to try to do is use Johnny as a bit of a decoy, I guess to say, and continue to go through Akeem Springs. They want to continue to get Springs open looks beyond the arc and see if he can help carry them offensively to maybe loosen things up a little bit for Johnny.
And of course, John, a little bit later on this afternoon, it'll be the Southern Districts and the hometown team, the Canberra Gunners, doing battle. One eye on this game, one eye on the next. Going to be an exciting matchup a little bit later on.
I can't wait for that one. Canberra crowd was amazing yesterday in the game against Sandringham. It was the game of the tournament so far yesterday. Southern Districts, though, playing with nothing to lose. The spot on the grand final championship game tomorrow against the winner of this one. The afternoon matchup is going to be lit at 4 p.m. later this afternoon.
We'll get to John courtside with a shout out to it's going to be lit, showing.
Going to be lit. How old's that guy? Oldest looking 17-year-old I've ever seen.
We call it some retro vocab for John.
17 at heart, guys. 17 at heart, for sure. Maturity level at 16, though.
Back into the action. Here is DeSantis. It is swatted away by Matty Wonderberg. Again, trying to knock it to the advantage of one of his teammates.
I don't know if you noticed in that opening 30 seconds of this of the half, Josh Keys picked up his third foul as well down there on Malith Machar. So that's two players for the Buccaneers on three that they'll have to manage.
They got the steal and then turned it over the Bucks. Here is Coppins. They go right around the horn. Brown. Coppins goes to work on Wonderberg. Gee, he's playing a great game tonight, Matty Wonderberg. Oh. And the finish, the Midwest Express.
1 on 4 there, just took them all on.
And it looks like he's got the look in his eye, Johnny Narkle. 1 point ball game once more. Here's Machar. Banging bodies down low, gets his own offensive rebound. Josh Keys. And that is a moment in the game. 43 plays 44. But more importantly, 8:48 remaining in the third quarter. And Josh Keys picks up his 4th personal foul. And now Dale Joseph has to swing the subs. John Guana, you are in one of the best positions to see that. The wall up, court side. It is always the block charge, the contact to the chest is always contentious, no matter what basketball stadium we're in. Right around the country.
Oh, definitely, but I think, to be fair, he went for the block. The arms came down, and that makes the referee's job a bit easier to call. I mean, he's got to be better than that, and he's got to know, I'm playing with 3 fouls. My team needs me. I got to just let this one go. He had to go at it. They didn't blow it the first time. They blew it the second time when he brought the arms down. I put that on the defender.
Played all 20 minutes in the first half. Did Josh Keys is plus 14 when he was on the floor. And Matt Wonderberg is going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, rare visit for the Buccaneers. As we mentioned, only go at the free throw line 4 times. They're 3 from 4, admittedly. But halfway through a game, that's a bit of a rarity. So well done to Sabres on being so disciplined through that first half.
For those who unaware of the Geraldton Buccaneers and their legacy, this man at the free throw line is one of their all-time stalwarts. And in our league, Davey Lane, as a man named Jared Pruitt's taken more rebounds than anyone else. He said Matt Wonderberg was his greatest competitor out on the floor. There he is. Offensive foul. Matt Wonderberg steps over and takes the charge.
They're getting the crowd, they get a call their way. The Sabres, though, retreat, re-scheme, and look to come back again. They're still in front by a couple.
Ben, can we give a shout out to the Geraldton crowd here also? I mean, we're in Canberra. There's a pretty fair few amount of Bucks fans here, and the team is starting to feel the energy coming from the fans. And at the moment, Bucks are looking good. They got an opportunity to tie this one.
Well, I can see over right now, they started the game with about 50 blue hoodies, and they're getting so into it, they've had to take it off. Even in chilly Canberra, it's starting to heat up on that side of the floor, their fan group. And, of course, they're led by Brett Giles, their MC in the Midwest.
Oh, good
Machar
job in the corner with pressure from Narkle Machar.
Timely basket.
He's leading
Oh,
scorer.
back door. Johnny Narkle. How about the tip there from Cartwright? Just knocked it to the advantage. Now he's going to... Here comes Brown. Head down, Kiddo. Left the ground, so he was limited to options. Narkle with a modern-day transition. Did everything but drop. It almost sat at the bottom of the net more than it sat out.
Yeah, no damage on the scoreboard. Sabres still in front and still moving well. Barlow cutting through. Dropped a foot there by the looks of it. Off DeSantis.
The lower limb of DeSantis getting in the way of that pass. They continue with this 2-3. So Matty Wonderberg, if my maths is correct, 42 years of age. Out here, getting it done in Canberra, leading this side. See right now, they've made the change to 2-3 to the matchup. 14 to shoot. Bring it back in right now through Brown. Machar.
Oh, he's got his eye now, Machar. With that, he becomes a game-high leading scorer, 19 points for Malif Machar.
Just like that, an 8-0 run from the Sabres as Josh Keys has gone to the bench. 5 to shoot now. Springs, doesn't drop. Blanchett goes into the body of Barlow. We'll see it in a moment. Blanchett and having a chat. The replay here. Barlow tried to get the box out. It's that contact to the chest. Now Ryan Blanchett can extend the defense. That trail, triple spot. Nothing but net on the finish. 7-minute mark of the third quarter. Ben Pether in commentary. Davey Lane with all his insight. The voice of Canberra.
Ooh. Wayward pass there by Kiddo. Nobody in front of him, waiting for Barlow to drop down a little bit lower, but he went the other way.
John Guana, court side. The intensity of this game, is the shoe officially off from Humble, and will they be rolling with just the two subs, looking at the final quarter and a half?
Yeah, Humble looks like he's done for the afternoon. I think if he was going to give it a shot, he would have done it already in the first half. He's got the jumper on. I mean, with the way that the fouls are starting to pile up on both sides, they might have to dig all the way deep, and he may not have an opportunity to sit out. He might have to suit up, but he looks unhealthy. He's got the jumper on, so I don't think we'll see Humble. And also on the other side for Geraldton, Keys, I know he's out with a couple of personal fouls. He's got 4, but he's been also getting a little bit of treatment on his lower back, so something to keep an eye on for the Bucks.
Chongwana with his inside. Bill Williams, an acrobatic pass. Here's Brown. Kiddo.
Oh, gets it to curl in. Good job by Kiddo. Third foul to Blanchard, 2 picked up in that last play for the Bucks. So a couple of players in that 3 mark, and as well as Keys on 4.
Kiddo is going to take a shot to the voice box. Gets to his feet. We hope he's okay.
Yeah,
He's been handy, a crafty on-board defender. Here's Barlow with that stroke.
Oosh. Does it again.
How
Opposite
many
side.
times are we going to see that tonight? We've seen it twice, just in that trail spot. 2 for 2 for David Barlow. John Courtside, 2023, you called the championship game and the NBL 1 National Finals over in Perth, WA. The Knox Raiders, they went it with a limited bench as well against the Rockingham Flames. There's some elements of feeling about that similar to this one.
Yeah, definitely. And at the moment, they're playing short as Sandringham, and the fouls are starting to pile up. So defensively, they're going to have to make some adjustments. They've gone heavy man-to-man here this afternoon, and to be fair, Geraldton is trying to attack some of those mismatches, and they are seeming to be a little more aware of who's in a bit of trouble. But for Geraldton, they need to continue to be aggressive. They need to understand that Sandringham has that short bench. They want to put them under pressure and try to get that foul count continuing ticking up. But Geraldton at the moment playing into the hands of the Sandringham Sabres, really settling for jump shots.
Blanchett comes over the top. Thank you to John courtside talking about Geraldton making those adjustments on the fly. Speaking of adjustments, Johnny Narkle going to get a roll. Well, the whistle beats them first. Speaking of those adjustments, David, and we saw that from Narkle. He ripped, had the look baseline, then he had to look at the triple, kept the dribble alive, and then just coasted his way to the cup. There he is on screen as Char checks back into the game as Cartwright sits down. So here's Matt Wunderberg.
Yeah, good to see Wunderberg run into Barlow as well, the two 40-year-olds, in there comparing notes on hair products and those kind of things to darken, make sure the greys look spectacular, face care and all that kind of stuff. You look after yourself after 40.
There's no one who has better hair than Matt Hickey in the commentary team. As we see right now, Coppins pushing, goes through Machar. The help comes.
Almost dropped there too for him. Good move by Machar.
Team rebounding effort there from the Buccaneers. Into Matt Wunderberg now. Eyes darting. Gives it to Blanchett. Blanchett rises up. Back iron. Coppins did a really good job. Stuck with the play. This looks like elements of the first half. Early in that first quarter, trying to push the ball and run the Sabres. Machar, he's got to rise up here.
Oh, nice.
Could have been a foul. Now Vel Williams springs. He's having a discussion about the help side defense.
Yeah.
Back out to 9.
Little miscommunication there. Saw Machar slice through for the bucket. Thought he was going to finish with a bit more of a hammer down, but nice finger roll to put him up 9 points.
Johnny Narkle. Well, that foul trouble has hampered his ability to have an impact, but when he